What's poppin' people, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We got 7 Demon Lords facing off against Birds. Winner of this is going to be going into finals. You see on the right, we got Marcio on that Mastermon mat. You can win at the case split. You're seeing Veemon and Aquilamon and First Egg Drazzle. Okay. Now, people were saying that it's nice to actually see some footage of First Egg Drazzle, and it looks like we've got it again. Gonna see the Birds go for an offense training. Gonna find the Phoenixmon. And then they Garuda in the back. Not playing on board because there's a whole bunch of value that obviously they get from being able to pop things. Of course, yeah, deleting Birds does get a bunch of their effects, but still. No purple source, so not able to play Ascent, so he's gonna have to just go for the system en blanc. That is one of the awkward things about Drazzle, is you are just locked into being white most of the time. And now the Mega Zoo can technically get punished by Saberdramon. So this is going to have Blitz and then end of attacks on all of its on-deletes. In we go. Does hit Levia. Levia, I actually do not remember if they are 13 or not. So, I mean, either way, we're going to be activating the abilities. We're going to play the Phoenixmon. Now it's Marcio's turn to read cards. It's going to delete the Lucamon, and then we are going to burn top card of security, which burns the rivals. And that is going to be all of the other effects resolved, passing over on just one memory. I'm just double checking to see what happens when stuff goes where. The Levia I don't hate. So slams the Levia, is going to delete and then does trade with the Systemon. Is going to swing and raid into it though, although when it would leave the battle, it is going to load up one. And I guess for Birds, it is pretty important to try and take them off the board as best they can, now that these things aren't going to be deleting at the end of, or the start of the turn. Adding the level 5, and there's the 4th and final gate. I mean, having a blocker isn't crazy. It's going to get the recovery +1 since there's nothing to delete. And this time we're actually going to see Ascent to get the load from there, which also means that if Marcio and Birds are actually able to answer it, then he will still get some extra value off of the Ascent. Gonna go into the Garuda Ace. Garuda Ace, nice little fan out of the trash to figure out what it is he actually wants to add back. And then we'll probably be giving himself Rush. Next up we're gonna take the Phoenixmon. I don't hate that. Ooh, Protoform. So it's going to go fully just straight into the Phoenix X to try and get the value. It's going to hit Biting Crush, which, unfortunately, is going to pitch off 7 Great Demons in order to set up. Of course, we're going to burn top card of security thanks to the Garuda Ace. And then we're going to add back 1 and then heal. And then Yoko is going to want to add something back. I think you should double check. Double checking to see what names are in trash and what it is the Lucamon actually does. So let's say we're going to play the Phoenixmon out off of the... I believe it's off the Phoenix X, and then the egg is going to be setting up. Although... Can we not Biting Crush here? So we're going to get a Digimon deleted, so... Yeah, it looks like we are going to Biting Crush. Wait, do they trade out again? Okay, but now when they trade out, we get to use the Ascent to actually load something from the gates. So a nice little tennis match there of like trading deletions back and forth. Ooh, and he gets them. Is it Mill 6 off of this? Wait, was this not off the Biting Crush? I'm a little confused on board state right now. We've finally just drawn for turn, but no, the Biting Crush hasn't gone to trash, so I'm assuming this wasn't trading off the Biting Crush. It was just trading off of the Lucamon, or the Lucamon and the Ascent. Either way, the turn being played out on the 7 Demon Lord side is much simpler. It is swing the croc. Thank goodness that thing doesn't have Sec +1, because if it also had security attack like the other crocodile, like we'd be in so much trouble. Again, because we're on Drazzle, no Digivolution, so we can't turn into a Levia X. Just going to swing that single time. The Biting Crush is pretty relevant for not being able to have like a big pop-off turn, but we've also seen no Tamers. We're going to go for the sleep mode in order to load up the rage mode, and then going for the Systemon Blanc, which is going to pitch off the Agudamon because that card is dead in hand right now. And we're going to Calling, kills off the Sister to choke to 1, then adds back the Porcupra again just to play a little bit of deletion power. Obviously the sleep mode is completely unaffected, but the Leviamon is not. And back comes Protoform, of course, because it was hit in security. Is going to go into the Phoenix and we swing once again. We do have the X antibody, so end of attack it is still going to get to burn top card of security and activate all of its other things. So that missed memory boost gets denied. We're going to play the Akiho for 3. Finally seen that first Tamer come down, but very unfortunate it does bottom deck the Soras and things like that. Do get to draw a card off of the Veemon on deletion, quote unquote. And then the Phoenixmon still gets the deletion on the Rage mode, which is kind of surprising. And also... Oh, because the Digimon did get played, the Leviamon then gets the pop, which then pops on the way out. And I think he's missed the timing on Biting Crush still. But he's going to load a Leviamon from the trash with Ascent to bring back, right? Okay, he's got no protections now, so presumably, yeah, Levia straight back. I'm so shocked it wasn't the Creepymon. I thought the Creepymon for sure would come out to just mill 6, and back we go again. And now here comes the Levia. Okay, there we go. Saving it so when you can actually get the 2-check version. And it dies on the way out. Oh my gosh, they just keep clearing each other. So we're going to slam the Creepymon for 0 and then slam the Lucamon for 5 because there's no level 3 on board. I think Brad's getting dangerously close to deck out now. If we could just see some Beelzemons, we could finally start seeing some like 1-cost or 0-cost Beelzemons. Look, oh, Creepymon is a blocker. Does get deleted by a Tamer getting played. Yeah, that was an unfortunate one. The Creepymon as a blocker would have been quite useful because it's like it would have been quite useful in the second turn, but right now it's not too bad. Gonna mill, and we are gonna, of course, no D-Digivolve because it was hard played. Swing through the rush. Can't Digivolve. That would actually be game. It would just straight up be game if he could do it, but Drazzle. Just gonna go for the Rage mode. Is it worth giving him 10? I guess so. Just to try and get the clear. It's gonna get recovery +1 at the end. Goes into the Lucamon, which this time is gonna delete the Tamer. So it tries to limit the amount of extension that we get, but all in all, like there's a lot of memory to play with birds. Birds can squeeze a lot out of very little. So there's still pretty decent potential to kind of just cook and close this one out. This one looking like it's going to be very close to final turn. You have the Christie played down, which is going to give the Garuda the protection, well, the float should it die. Going straight into Garuda X is a bit unfortunate. It looks like we're missing the Garuda despite all the searching. But we have kind of traded a lot of them back and forth. And of course we saw the Ace and the Ace. Yeah, the Ace in security as well as other things. Swinging in is going to hit the on deletions. Bit unfortunate because we did know that it was... We did know it was there, but he does get to just fully cycle straight away. Did choose not to give Rush with the Akiho because this time we have the Garuda to be able to go Garuda X with Rush on its own. Is going to hit into Ascent, and then Wings of Love play Sora. Sora bring back Garuda, bounce back, play a Veemon or Garuda. Akiho give it Rush, and that is going to take it.
Matrix Digivolution.
Hey you. Yeah, you. You like playing Digimon. I know you do because that's why you're here. But are you from the UK? Because that's where I'm from. And if you're in the UK, you should come to Manchester. We're doing a case split tournament. Winner case, whatever you want to call it. We've got hella Digimon product. I just spent my basically entire year's budget on you guys. So come down and do this tournament. It's going to be about £25 entry. There'll be stuff on the Limitless, but it's not just product. We've also got custom cloth playmats that have been made by 3 fantastic artists. We've got dice from, you know, Conquest Collectibles. Y'all have seen the advert or skipped it. I don't know, but there's dice. And there's even going to be custom sleeves for everyone that enters and discounts for members. If you're a member or have been considering upgrading your membership to Rookie or above when you're in the UK, now you have an extra reason to. Yeah, I always do these ads in one take. I don't really know why, but I do know that you should come to the winner case if you're in the UK, or even if you're not in the UK and you feel like traveling for an unofficial Digimon event. Cool. The UK really doesn't have any official events, and it doesn't look like that's going to change. So if these go well, we will continue to do them. So this is your chance to support us, support me, support yourself, and have fun playing Digimon in EX6, and maybe win a really cool set of boxes that might get you one of the SPs. Yeah. Thanks for all the support, gang. Appreciate you. Details will be pinned in the description. It's on the 27th of July. I don't think I said that in this entire ad, but yeah, final weekend of July, Saturday. Be there at the waterfront in Manchester. I don't remember any of the other details, so 9 a.m. start.
Whilst they're getting shuffled up, I do want to say a big ol' thank you to all the members that have been supporting the channel, helping me do daily Digimon content is my full-time job, so I want to shout all of y'all out. At the Mega tier, we do have Just Justice Josh, who is a tier 3 on Twitch, as well as an ultimate here on YouTube. And then at the ultimates, we do have the Tommy NT, Tommy Tricks on the sticks, 3 Strike Rule, and Bradley Rob on the left. At the champion tier, the most represented tier, getting bonus content from the podcast, we got Shinny Carey, Coffee Deus, DHM, Solar Ouroboros, Seb Bainbridge Coombs, Thomas Yates, Andy Fing, Squid Eater, and Benji Gibber. Big thank you to all of you. And we're going to be going into game 2. BO in the front, BO in the back, and 5th Egg Drazzle again. Okay, we are getting some real reps down. Obviously, Purple Sauce, goodbye, but Turn 1 Lucemon, like Drazzle Lucemon is such a big play. Like you really, really can't argue with it. Just like you really cannot argue with me. Shouting out the rookies, Greatness Beam and Ryan Balfi. Looks like we're on a little bit of a slow hand here. Marcio did actually have to mulligan for his, so I think we're just gonna be playing some big aggro. Just gonna bounce that Veemon straight back to hand again, and we're just gonna slam a Mem Setter. I wouldn't hate slamming a Mem Setter. Well, actually no, because it could just get deleted by Sora. So at least going for the Garuda. Start of main, gonna get the Lucemon. Yeah. Pop with the Creepymon, Overflow 3. Puts to 1, and gets the Rival's Barrage as well off the mill. 5 cards milled off of popping a 5. I'm gonna go offense training. I'm surprised that we take the Christie here. I thought we were going to see the Akiho to try and dig for more pieces, but I guess if we had one already, we didn't need a second. It's going to find the Sabredramon, which is obviously not an ideal level 4, but a level 4 nonetheless. Start of main, the Lucemon, gonna get the pickup. And I think we're in Beelzemon Town, yep. Mill 4, goodbye, and in comes the first check. Hits a Sora, so now 2 Soras is a bit rough, but we're going to drop 3 to pass anyway. And we're going to pitch off. That looked like a Barbamon. I mean, Barbamon would be pretty funny in this situation where he's kind of on the back foot. Crack the training, going to evolve for 1 cost. So the Sabredramon, whilst not ideal, isn't impossible to use. Into Garuda X off the Protoform. And then can add the Biomon back. And we do have Rush. Of course, we do get a pop as well. So we're going to pop the Systemon Blanc. Where do we go from here? I think he's just explaining how the Sora works for like giving things rush. Well, no, not the Sora works. How the like the red tamers just work in general. The inherit is kind of useful here, but we are going to get an on delete where we are going to gain a memory. Wait, off that Biomon, I don't think we gain a memory. Just figuring out what he wants to recur. Obviously, the Protoform is going to be going to the top. Is it Sabredramon? Oh, yeah, I guess we are gaining a memory. So that I think that rookie inherit is on delete gaining memory. Cheeky little Hammer Spark. You are adding a card back to hand off of the egg, though. So bounce a Sora back. And then 7,000 DP. We get to play out a Christie with the Garudamon, which is going to give it that refloat. Back into Garuda X. So add a card back to hand and gain Rush. Since it's a red card, it's popping by DP, so even though Lucemon is a level 3, it's not going to get just ganked by a bird. We are this time going to see the block. No extra crazy stuff, but just a dropped Bio. And, okay, so we are going to make a Birdramon, add a card back to hand. Sora, let's play out a brand new one. Is it just going to be the Saber to kind of threaten? Okay, no, just gonna go for the Veemon, just get searching so that way he doesn't have to play on board as much, because obviously a creepy mon here would be kind of devastating. Unsuspend, 5 checks still to take, and start of main. Just the Lucemon with the King Drazzle is just so crazy. Obviously if you have multiple of them, then it's a bit dicey with how much you're milling, especially when a Beelzemon hits the ground, but still. Really, really solid position here for Brad. First check in. I wonder if he swung the Lucemon second because he was kind of hoping it would die. Because after a while, that Lucemon is going to be kind of like chipping you out. And now that Agudamon's not really a problem, we're going to use the Rivals Barrage to play the Levia. And the Levia will double pop thanks to the amount of Tamers. Comes down for dummy cheap. Gains back the memory as well. And then Madashita, so we're playing with a Mem Setter now. Adds back Calling just in case. Oh, he's in such a good position for this. I really think we're going to be going to a game 3 here. Unless something goes catastrophically wrong. Because even something like a Death X into this board would only clear the Lucemon. I'm just going to go for red Memboost. So this looks like we should be going to game 3. Because, I mean, Levia swings 2 checks. Bada bing, bada boom. Bada bing, bada boom, and game 3 it is. One last reminder, if you haven't signed up to the Case Split tournament, we are running it on July 27th here in the UK. We would love to see it fully max out at 40 people. We're already at 30. And if you are a member of the Rookie or above, then you do get a percentage discount as well. We've said thank you to everyone that's already at the discount tier, but still want to say thank you to the DigiEggs, Jambo TCG, John Esposito, Rose Pierce, Walter Caceres, Christian Royal, and Saul Andres Sens. Thank you very much, everyone, for your support. Love shouting you guys out, and love all the support we'll be getting. And I don't know if Brad's going to be loving that he has to play the game honestly now. We are going to see Gate of 7 Deadly Sins and a 5-cost Lucemon. Really shuffled the hell out of those eggs. That makes sure we didn't see 3 in a row. Although, I mean, statistically, it is possible. Lucemon in the opening hand as well feels really, really good. But that said, being past 5 does feel kind of rough. Especially since we're not going to be seeing as frequent the pickups. That's why I think we see the Lucemon picked up so quickly. Is that Barbamon in the stack? And yeah, second Lucemon just comes down. It's such a huge turbo engine. He was just abusing one of them before. But being able to get them down as frequently as possible is great. I'm going to play the Christie off the Garudamon Ace this time. Looks like we're just be skipping the level 4 bow. That's a turn skip. Yeah. Game 3 memory off the Biting Crush, and now sets up. Alright. King Drazel, so that's an extra name, and of course, because it's being removed by the gate, we get the rush. And I actually don't hate that. Poor Cupid is going to pop one, and then it's going to pop another one on the way out. So, I mean, it does mean that this Beomon has to swing, because, like, if you don't, you're just objectively trolling. Like, sure, if you hit a mat, then that's kind of rough. Add back the Garuda Ace, but I think he's now out of range, because I think it's 3k on STP that the Porcupine pops, so now you don't have to commit the body. We're still going to swing it in anyway. Does hit a missed Mem boost, which is pretty rough. I'm going to go into Garuda Ace. Garuda Ace doesn't get the pop, but it doesn't matter, because the gate's going to kill it on its own terms. I'm going to load up the... Oh yeah, it has to delete in order to get it. So if the Garuda X had been able to get the pop onto the Porcupa, then that would have been pretty clean. I think we're just looking to see what's in trash. We're going to drop, and we are going to get the Digivolve, which is a good thing we didn't commit the Ace. It's Digivolve 2 though, so it does get back down to the rookie. Swinging at the Beomon is probably the... I mean, there's no Sora, so it's not that bad. If there was a Sora, I think that's trolling. I'm going to put the Lucemon through. Now the Ascent actually gets decent value, because your Digimon are getting deleted. It means it's going to be going off regardless. Training goes into the Bergermon for 0. The problem is we're still just not getting enough memory. Brad's doing a really good job of keeping the number under 3. So at some point, Marcio does need to find a way to get the Sora down. Could one-shot here if we can drop it for 4. We're going to be, of course, adding the Bergermon back. Gaining the memory off of the on-deletion really feels huge. Unfortunately, goodbye Protoform, which was one of Marcio's main extenders before. Oh, we're in OT as well. The OT call. You can see that marker by Conquest Collectibles. If you want one of these, you should try and place 5th to 8th. Yeah, 5th through 8th at K-Slip tournament. We're going to be seeing a custom colorway for the Misplay for Game podcast. The overtime dice will be a custom colorway alongside some DP markers for plus DP and minus DP as well. Got to get all the shills out this week. Got to show off the mat for top 4. So if you come in top 4, you'll be seeing that Mastermon mat that Marcio has. And then the other videos, we've got the 7 Demon Lords as well as the winner Ragnar that just looks so cool. Gonna be seeing Belphemon Sleep Mode. Oh, Belphemon Rage Mode rather. Does get the suspension, then does get the pop. Marcio so used to seeing his board cleared by Sleep Mode. So over it. Ooh, Levia X, because we can actually delete. Well, Digivolve now and delete. So just goes for a 2-choke and pops the Akiho to try and make Rush a bit more difficult, because of course the Christie's not doing anything this turn. Turn 2. So this is Marcio's last turn. It's basically, can Brad kill here from 5? I don't know that he can. I genuinely don't know that he... Oh, Ogudamon maybe, but there's no Ogudamon in Trash, so I actually don't think he can kill from here, which is really sad for him. Of course, does get the load, the double load, which is nice. System on block. And yeah, so we are going to have to finish this one, unfortunately, in a draw. But this is showing how difficult this matchup can be for both of them. Really cool back and forth between the both of them. And if you liked what you saw and you want to see more, you're not already a subscribed member, try and help it push us towards that 3K by the end of August. Whilst you're down there as well, leave a comment on what you thought on the match and what matchups you're looking forward to seeing next in BT17. Consider joining the memberships if you haven't already. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.